Hey everyone, welcome back to the Personal Growth Talks podcast, where we dive into powerful ideas, strategies, and philosophies to help you live your absolute best life. I'm your host, Jackson, and today we're exploring a profound concept. Those who live without discipline die without honor. This idea, rooted in wisdom from ancient philosophies to modern success stories, is all about how discipline shapes not just your achievements, but your character and legacy. If you've ever struggled with staying consistent, felt like you're drifting without purpose, or wondered how to live a life you're truly proud of, this episode is for you. We'll unpack what discipline means, why it's the backbone of honor, and how you can build it practically. So, grab a coffee, tea, or notebook, find a comfy spot, and let's dive in. Oh, and if you love leveling up your life, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss an episode. All right, let's get started. What's this idea all about? At its core, those who live without discipline die without honor is a call to live intentionally. It suggests that discipline, the ability to consistently do what's right, even when it's hard, isn't just about reaching goals, it's about crafting a life of integrity and self-respect. Without discipline, you risk living reactively, letting distractions or impulses define you. Honor, on the other hand, is the legacy of a life lived with purpose, where your actions align with your values. This idea resonates across cultures. Think of the Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, who saw discipline as freedom, or modern figures like Jocko Willink, who preaches discipline equals freedom. It's not just about grinding, it's about becoming someone you respect. This episode will break down why discipline is essential, how it builds honor, and practical steps to make it part of your life. Whether you want to improve your health, career, or relationships, discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to be. Let's dive into the key ideas and show you how to put them into action. Section 1. Why discipline matters. Discipline is the foundation of any meaningful achievement. It's the difference between dreaming about a goal and actually achieving it. The quote, "Those who live without discipline die without honor," reminds us that life without discipline often leads to regret, missed opportunities, unfulfilled potential, and a sense that you didn't live up to your own standards. Honor isn't just about external recognition, it's about looking in the mirror and knowing you gave your best. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. For example, consider athletes like Serena Williams. Her success didn't come from talent alone. It came from years of disciplined practice, showing up day after day even when she didn't feel like it. The result? A legacy of excellence that defines her honor. On the flip side, we've all seen stories of people with immense potential who squandered it because they couldn't stay consistent, whether it's procrastination, indulgence, or lack of focus. Here's why this matters. Discipline compounds. Small, consistent efforts like waking up early, sticking to a budget, or saying no to distractions build momentum over time. Without it, you're at the mercy of your whims, and that's a recipe for a life that feels chaotic and unfulfilling. Quick tip. Identify one area of your life where you feel dishonor. Maybe it's neglecting your health or procrastinating on a dream. Write down one small, disciplined action you can take daily to change that. Section 2. The 4 pillars of discipline. To make discipline practical, let's break it down into 4 pillars that you can apply to any goal. These are inspired by timeless wisdom and modern psychology, and they'll help you live with intention and honor. Clarity. Know your why. Discipline starts with a clear purpose. Why do you want to be disciplined? Maybe it's to be a role model for your kids, to achieve financial freedom, or to leave a legacy of impact. Without a strong why, discipline feels like punishment. For example, if you want to get fit, don't just focus on losing weight. Connect it to a deeper purpose, like, I want to have energy to play with my kids. To make this work, write down your goal and one sentence about why it matters to you. Keep it visible. On your phone, a sticky note, anywhere you'll see it daily. Consistency. Show up daily. Discipline isn't about grand gestures, it's about showing up every day, even in small ways. The samurai Musashi lived by a code of daily discipline, practicing swordsmanship relentlessly. You don't need to be a warrior, but the principle applies. Want to write a book? Commit to 100 words a day. Want to save money? Put $1 in a jar daily. Use the 2-minute rule. Start with an action so small it takes 2 minutes or less, like doing one push-up or journaling one sentence. I tried this with meditation, starting with just 1 minute of breathing, and now I'm up to 10 minutes daily. It works because it's too easy to fail. Resilience. Embrace the hard. Discipline means doing what's right, not what's easy. This is where honor comes in, choosing the harder path because it aligns with your values. When you're tempted to skip a workout or binge watch instead of working, remind yourself, this choice defines who I am. A trick here is to anticipate obstacles. If you know you're weak at night, plan your disciplined actions for the morning. For example, I stopped late-night snacking by brushing my teeth right after dinner. It's a small cue that signals kitchen's closed. If you slip up, use the never miss twice rule. One missed day is okay, but don't let it become two. Accountability. Own your actions. Honor comes from taking responsibility for your choices. Discipline thrives when you hold yourself accountable, or better yet, enlist others. Tell a friend about your goal, join a group, or use a habit tracker to mark your progress. For example, a study showed that people who shared their fitness goals with a partner were 65% more likely to stick with them. I started a weekly check-in with a friend to review my writing goals, and it's kept me on track. Try this. Find one person to share your discipline goal with and set a weekly check-in. Section 3. Discipline as the path to honor. The quote ties discipline to honor because discipline is how you align your actions with your values. Honor isn't about perfection, it's about integrity. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're building a life you can be proud of. This creates a virtuous cycle. Discipline builds success, success builds confidence, and confidence reinforces discipline. Think of it like a feedback loop. When you stick to a habit like exercising daily, you feel stronger and more capable. That confidence makes it easier to stay disciplined in other areas like work or relationships. Over time, this compounds into a life of honor, a life where you're proud of who you've become. For example, I heard a story about a man who turned his life around by committing to daily sobriety. Each sober day built his self-respect, and years later, he's a mentor to others. His discipline became his honor. Here's a mindset shift. Focus on who you're becoming, not just what you're achieving. Instead of, I want to finish a marathon, say, I'm a disciplined runner. This identity-based approach makes discipline feel natural. Try this. Write down one sentence about the disciplined person you want to be, like, I'm someone who prioritizes my goals. Let every small action flow from that identity. Section 4. Overcoming challenges. Let's get real. Discipline is hard. Maybe you're thinking, I don't have time, or I've tried before and failed. Here's how to tackle common obstacles. No time? Start small with the 2-minute rule. If you're a busy parent, stack a habit with an existing routine, like doing squats while brushing your teeth. I started reading personal development books during my commute, and it turned wasted time into growth time. Keep falling off? Review your environment. Your surroundings shape your behavior. If you want to eat healthier, clear junk food from your kitchen. I moved my phone charger to the living room to stop late-night scrolling, and it helped me sleep better. No motivation? Don't rely on it. Build systems, cues, routines, and rewards that make discipline automatic. For example, lay out your workout clothes the night before, or reward yourself with a coffee after a study session. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Feel overwhelmed? Focus on one habit at a time. Pick one area, health, work, or relationships, and commit to a small daily action for 30 days. Once it's automatic, add another. Section 5. The big picture. The takeaway from those who live without discipline die without honor is this. Discipline isn't just about achieving goals, it's about living a life you respect. Small, consistent actions shape your character, your legacy, and your sense of honor. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up day after day and choose the path that aligns with your values. Here's a challenge. Pick one area of your life where you want to live with more discipline. Apply the 4 pillars: clarity, consistency, resilience, and accountability for 1 week. Want to be healthier? Make it clear, write down why. Consistent, do 2 minutes of exercise daily. Resilient, plan for obstacles. And accountable, track your progress. Share your results in the comments. I'd love to hear how it goes. If you're loving this episode and want more deep dives into life-changing ideas, let me know what topic to tackle next. Maybe stoicism or goal setting? And if you try these discipline tips, drop a comment with your experience. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks for joining me to explore how discipline builds honor. If this resonated, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs a push, and subscribe for more content to help you live your best life. Until next time, stay disciplined, chase your purpose, and become the person you're meant to be. This is Jackson signing off. See you in the next one.